So this is a brand new series on my channel for 2021, and God willing, everything works out according to plan, or at least how I think I'm able to orchestrate this in 2021. I will show you the sneaker closest to an amount paid towards my student loans that I could have picked up. So pretty much the opportunity cost. What did I forego that I really wanted, would love to have in my collection sneaker wise, but I said, hey, knocking out these student loans, especially with the extension to the forbearance period, can't be passed up.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish and one.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl TJ back with another video talks with TJ, aka TJ Two Shoes Chains. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. When you're viewing this, if you're brand new, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below. I really appreciate it. Two Shoes Crew, thank you guys again for tuning in so much. So I guess this is more of a life talk, just to give you my perspective on some things, why I'm choosing to still go forward with paying all my student loans, and then also the sneaker I could have picked up this month in January. So again, I will do this video every single month, and I really don't think I'll have regrets about it. So right now, an extension has been granted for forbearance of federal student loans. So if you have any federal student loans outstanding right now, you're in the repayment process. As soon as Joe Biden took office, he made sure to extend that through the end of September of 2021, which means the next payment would not be due until October 1st, or whenever your payment was normally due in October, okay? My date was always on the 3rd of the month, so I would not have to pay anything back until starting October 3rd, but I'm still moving forward with paying on my student loans just like I did in 2020 as much as I could. I was able to pay off 2 during that time of lockdown, March until December, and that was while I was having to take care of a lot of other things behind the scenes. And then you guys are still seeing the pickups and the different upgrades and investments to the channel and to my apartment, since I literally work from home now. Needed to get my desk area set up for work. So why am I still moving forward? Because there's a lot on the table, right? We don't know if the administration will be able to pass any type of legislation that would actually forgive a possibility of $10,000 worth of student loan debt. And that's awesome if they're able to do that. It could certainly kickstart some people's futures in terms of not being tied down by student loan debt. Now, I'm sure that would come with some stipulations, such as you may have to claim that on your taxes. And I actually went through that before. Not a fun fact of life. I went through that before. So I had student debt. I had a student loan that was actually sold to another creditor, but those creditors, when they bought it, they actually just wrote it off, but they counted that as income for myself. And I was not even aware that it happened until I went to go file my taxes, and they wanted me to pay taxes on that. So I would have owed a substantial amount. It was substantial at the time, right? I was still in graduate school, so it felt substantial at the time. And I was able to just prove insolvency because literally the vehicle that I had, it wasn't in my name. It was in my mom's name. I just had my apartment. So I was like, I don't know what you all think, but I can claim insolvency, and I didn't have to pay back on that. So big win there. I had to do my own research for that tax plan, loophole, whatever you want to call it. But we may have to pay taxes back on the 10K if that's forgiven. Listen, I'm fine with that, but truth be told, bureaucracy moves slowly. And I have zero intention of waiting around for any politician, I don't care who it is, to swoop in and save me from decisions I made as a young adult. I made the decision to take out those student loans for undergraduate and graduate school. Right now, the only thing I'm still paying back on are my graduate loans, because there was pretty much like no scholarship available for that. So what I'm paying on now is my graduate school student loan debt, and it's on me. So I'm taking the initiative to continue to pay down my student debt in 2021. Now, provided legislation is passed before I get to the end of that payoff, awesome. It means I can reroute that money to something else, probably more investing. I'll certainly open my Roth IRA account this year, up my 401k. That's all in the works anyway for this year, but I would just do that at a much faster pace than what I'll be able to do with the fact that I'm still going to pay on all my student loans, pay a lot extra. Well, it feels like extra because I don't have any minimums to pay, but I'm throwing a good weight of my income from multiple streams of income that I have at my student debt, and I won't have regrets about that. I need this gone now. Pivotal point in life. And I will say this over and over again. We will never have another time in history, or I hope we don't. I hope it's not another pandemic where they have to freeze everything, but I don't think we'll ever have another graceful period in life where if you are carrying student loan debt, you have this forbearance. You don't have to pay on it. Now, if you're not in a stable position financially to pay on it, you're still trying to make sure that basic life amenities and needs are taken care of, do that first. Don't try to pay on the student loans. I want things, okay, but I don't need for anything. Like, I don't need for a thing. So because life is taken care of pretty comfortably, I need to make sure that I'm paying on my student loan debt. And yes, that means I will tell myself no a lot in 2021. And when I say no, it doesn't mean no that I'm restricting so much of my spending that I'm not buying anything. You all just saw me pick up the Nike SB Zoom Blazer Mid. You will see me pick up other items. I dropped $300 on just the Fear of God release for January 15th, and I picked up another Fear of God item. Oh, and by the way, I have some H&M items that are on the way. So it's not that I'm not shopping for myself or doing things I want to do. It just means there are still no's being said to myself, and I'm okay with that, okay? I really am. There's an opportunity cost for everything, and the point of discipline, you value more the position you're going to put yourself in versus just the want you may have today. I do have a want, though. I have a sneaker want, so I just think it's a cool take to be able to show young adults that may be tuning in to my channel, hey, I'm in the same boat a lot of you where it's not usually the ability to do things, it's do you have the willpower to do things? And will is a powerful thing. If you can master your willpower, my God, you can do so many things. So I have the willpower right now to resist buying a sneaker I really, really want. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I really... All right, let's just go over. So the sneaker I could have bought this year, or not this year, sorry, this month. We'll do a list of all of the sneakers I passed on, but the sneaker I could have purchased this month, and we'll look at the payout on StockX because it gets within a dollar of what I'll be paying on top of my student loans this month. And then the goal is actually to pay it off next month. So I would knock out a whole nother student loan before February ends. The Nike Air Fear of God 1 Light Bone. So for those who don't know, I own a couple of Fear of God sneakers in collaboration with Nike, Skylons, Raids, Mocs, but I don't actually own a Fear of God 1. And listen, I kick myself all the time for it. No, I don't own it. Now, I know that's a really polarizing shoe because some people hate it, some people love it. I absolutely love it, but no, I don't own one at the moment. But the light bone is the one that I would really, I would be able to go after. Now, I have to strategically look based on the amount that I'm going to throw at student loan debt every month and try to find a sneaker on the secondary market that matches up as close as possible to that price point. That's actually really difficult to do. I thought it would be easier, but once I get to the checkout screen to see what it would be with shipping and fees, it didn't actually, a lot of them didn't match up to $950. So is what it is, but the Fear of God 1 Light Bone does. So if you guys remember that, it released January 19th I can't say last year, 2019. So 2 years ago now, that one released, and it's been on my mind. I end up prioritizing other things. Like this is the problem that I have. As much as I love the whole design concept of that shoe that Jerry did, for me, I start to look at $395 for just the shoe. A lot of times in my mind, I think, oh, well, I could pick up 3 Fear of God pieces from a drop versus just the one shoe. So that's usually how my mind works. But of course, now I still want the shoe. So with that being said, it would cost me, I'm going to look at the final payout screen. Now I would have to get a 7 in that. I don't know exactly how that would fit. Listen, but for the experiment at hand right now, that's what we're going with. So we would go with the 7, and it would come to $951.72. So I would actually be $1.72 over, but I would be able to pick up that shoe without hesitation right now. In addition to everything else I did this month, and making sure rent is paid for February and everything else. And yes, I'm still saving. I could have done that, but I'm not because I'm throwing that at student loans. So does it suck? Yes and no. Like, I don't really feel any kind of way about it because when you have the ability to do something, you're a lot more actually reserved and to not do it. I think it's just having that option. Like, I have the option to go drop 900 on a shoe if I want. I'm just not. This shoe is special. It's not that special to me. Putting myself in a place of financial stability and I'm doing that all on my own, all for myself. I owe that to myself, especially with what's going on right now in the world. Yeah, I would much rather just knock out the student loan debt. So trust me, I'm sure someone will comment, oh my God, I can't believe you. Or they'll take this as a flex. I have no idea. People are weird on the internet. So take it however you want, because I am always responsible for what I say, not what you hear. You're going to filter that through every experience, ups, downs, life trauma, and whatever else in the philosophies you live through. I can't stop that. But I could have picked up the Nike Fear of God 1 Light Bone on StockX size 7, $951.72, and I am not this month. But that student loan will get paid off, so probably before end of February. So that's what I care about. Go ahead, comment down below in the description box. Are you tackling student loan debt now, especially with the fact that Joe Biden extended that through end of September of this year? Or are you using that money for means to do other things? Maybe banking, maybe really stocking up on savings is something. Maybe throwing a lot at your retirement, depending on how old you are right now. I totally respect both of those options too. Maybe you just want to splurge and enjoy life because it's short, and who am I to tell you don't do that either, all right? So thank you for tuning into this video. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace out.